Hey everyone, welcome to this bonus session, day module 6 actually, we're going to call it. And let me just get my screen ready, mute YouTube so I'm not hearing myself and you're not hearing me. So let's get started. In the last 5 days, we've looked at all the different parts of abundance. And yesterday we looked at what it is to be a superconscious creator, how to consciously create the world that you desire. Now, that's your own personal world. It's no one else's world, because we can't make decisions for other people on how they live. We can only decide how we want to live. And in a discussion we had yesterday in my other group, we talked about how our understanding of world peace is, or what's our understanding of no child lives in poverty, or no child goes hungry. And it was all about having gratitude, being really grateful for what we have, the knowledge that we have, the food that we have, the house that we have, where we live, and all those things. And yesterday we talked about choosing those end results, choosing a true goal, choosing that desired reality, and aligning ourselves with it. And we talked a bit about structural tension. What is that structural tension that we need in order to move forward? And, I use the example of the rubber band. I got it around the wrong way to start, won't help. So at the moment, this is your current reality. This is where you want to be, and where you want to be is much smaller than where you are. And so when we start to step into the emotion of our end result and create new set points, and we unplug and recode things from our current reality, this gets smaller, this gets bigger, and we start to take off, because we take the aligned action steps in order to keep moving forward. So congratulations for being on this journey with me. And I ask you to ponder what it is that you truly wanted. That was your homework for today. Thinking about what is that I desire, and what do I have to give up to be it? What do I have to give up to have it? What's the resistances that I feel as I delve into the depths of my heart about what it is I truly want? And I asked you to ask yourself, what choices would I make if I had a clean slate and we could erase everything on that whiteboard that held our life? What would you put in there? Would you put in things that you've done in the past? Would some of your choices be the same? And the thing to think about is, what hinders you from doing that? What hinders you from seeking that fresh start, from changing your mindset and releasing those blocks, those obstacles, obstructions, those thought forms, those old beliefs that have got our mind wired in a certain way to move forward? And we also talked about comparison-itis, about comparing yourself to everyone else, and understanding that we can't compare ourselves to anyone else, because we're all different. And we need to connect with our desires, what we require, our life purpose, and what gives meaning to us. And I ask you to commit to that, to write it down, and to think about what would that look like. And just going deeper still, what does it feel like? What does it look like? What does it feel like? And so I want you to think about that today, because today we're going to do a process called a ReCode, and we're going to decode and recode some of those resistances and stories that are holding you back. But I'd love also to offer you at the end of this a strategy session, a complimentary session, where together we can chart the stars of your destiny, where we can map out the next steps towards fulfilling your soul's yearnings and draft that plan to bring forth your vision. And if it's okay with you, I want to make an offering to you about joining my coaching program. It's a combination of one-on-one coaching plus the app, and it's just, I think it's amazing. I love it, because I want to help you reclaim your power and become that conscious creator of your reality. So you'll see in the workbook that you have, which is in this section as well for you to download, as well as at the beginning of the program, that there's a QR code or email address to book your sessions. So let's get started in thinking about decoding and recoding our brain. So I'm assuming that you've done your choice. So what does that choice really mean for you? Is it a complicated choice? Now, we have 4 core things that we always want to look at. The first one of those is, I choose to be the powerful creator of my life. So in choosing to be the powerful creator of my life, I co-create with others. I co-create with my community. On a bigger scale, we co-create with the mass consciousness of the planet, because we're all in this together. We're not a little island. I can create and be the powerful creator of my own destiny of my life, but I can't create, as I said, for anyone else, but I can co-create. So as a family, you co-create with the family because you want to work for a common goal. It might be a holiday, it might be harmonious living, it might be harmonious relationships, could be lots of different things. The second thing that I want to talk about is choosing to live the life that I love. Now, choosing to live the life that I love, if you like, comes underneath, and let me put it on here. So here you are, the powerful creator. And then underneath that is live the life. Underneath that is health and vitality. And also is true nature and purpose. So when we're being the powerful creator of our life, we can live the life that we love, and we also are living our true nature and purpose, because that's what means by living the life that you love. And we also have health and vitality. And then we can break it down into smaller subsections. So whatever your choice is, you really want to keep it nice and clean and short. We don't have to expand it into a long-winded sentence. And I choose the end result of living the life that I love. As you unpack that, so that's your sentence, that's your choice, and then you unpack it. And the unpacking is, what would that feel like if I had a clean slate and I was living the life that I love? How would I feel? Would I feel happy? Would I feel satisfied? Would I feel content? Would I feel amazing? Would I feel complete? Would I feel abundant? whatever that means for you. What does abundance mean for you? Would I feel rich? Would I be living a harmonious life with family? Would I be living a healthy life? Would I be investing in products, processes, programs that enhance my life? Would I have a passive income from my investments? Would I have great intuition to know what the correct things to do are? So the more we connect in with who we are and own it, the more we step into our heart to be it, the stronger our connection is in that three-pronged self of our superconscious, our unconscious, and our self-conscious. So we're always in connection with that, with through our conscious mind, going, well, this is what it would feel like, this is what it would look like. This, if I visualize it, I see myself waking up in the morning. I might be in the same house or the same village, or I might be in the same place. Doesn't matter, but visualize. You might be somewhere else on a tropical island with the breeze coming in to cool you off, and it feels really fabulous. The curtains just waving in the breeze, the palm trees outside the window, the surf in the background. Could be that you're hearing, feeling, and sensing, that you can even smell what it smells like. And have those feelings of how it feels. And it's including in that you're living your true nature and purpose. Whatever that is for you, our true nature is for us to find who we are, is to become a conscious creator, to unfold into the magnificence of who we are on all different levels. And we know that we have our energetic bodies as well as our physical bodies. So we have our mental, emotional, our spiritual, our dimensional bodies. So we have all these fields around us that we're always connected to. So what do we choose? How do we choose to feel? How do we choose to act? How do we choose to be? What sort of things are we choosing as we move forward in this step? And once you've done that and stepped into those emotions and visualized what it looks like, let's think about what resistance we have. And we talked about the 9 different areas of belief that we all have and the subversions of them. But when you think about that choice of what you want, what are the negative feelings, or the you can't have that, or you don't deserve that, comes up for you? And think about it and just number it. Give it a number out of 10. Is it 0 out of 10? You're fine with it. There's no resistance. Or is it like 100 out of 10 that you'll never, ever be able to do that? And so I want you to just number that and think about how that would feel. Are you running a loop where you're always trying to uncover what my issue is? Are you always falling back into that trap of scarcity, of struggle? Is your mind always going back every time you start a new venture, that it starts to bring up the infinite possibilities of failure rather than the infinite possibilities of success? And sometimes some of our choices are not going to happen overnight. They're going to happen over time, because we co-create with other people, and our creation is sometimes part of other people's creations. So how do we compromise? And I use that as a broad term, what it is that we seek when it involves a lot of other components. Do we compromise, or do we go, okay, this is my desired reality, this is my end result, this is my choice. This is what I choose, and this is what I command from my superconscious so that it brings it into my unconscious so that I can consciously create it. And so when you start to think about all those different components, sometimes we fall into fear of what everyone else thinks and says, and we lose focus on that desired reality. And so I want you to start to think about that as a way of connecting to your innermost desires and wants and needs. And remember that our choices are just because we can, not because we have to. As soon as we go into I have to be abundant, we forget about what that abundance means to us and what form it will take. Because when you think about it, and I had this discussion with a client day before yesterday, I mean, I have to have abundance. And it's like, well, but what's the end result of that? What's that going to give you? Oh, then I'll be able to do this and this and this. And I said, well, why can't you choose to do this, this, and this now? Because when you choose what that desired reality is and what it looks like and feels like, then the abundance comes to you. But when you do it the other way around, when you're trying to fix yourself, and we all do it. None of us really are different. We come from a different perspective, but we're always looking for the answer. We're always looking to solve a problem instead of connecting with our superconscious and asking what the next step is. And saying, I've got this resistance. This thing's come up and I don't understand it. And just asking what's the next step that I need to take? And sometimes it's completely out of the blue that it's something that you've never thought of. So let's do this. Let's experience this decoding and recoding of the brain. So I would love for you to assume a comfortable position. You've got your choice written down. We've sort of unpacked what it would feel like, what it would look like. And you've determined the level of resistance that you have to actually being it. So I want you to close your eyes. I want you to give yourself and give me permission to connect to your superconscious. And I want you to imagine that your unconscious is like a big football field, soccer field, and it's got all these gopher holes in it. And each one of those gopher holes is your resistances. And as we shift and decode and recode, those holes all get filled up. And new identity of you starts to emerge. So let's do this. So just closing your eyes, concentrating on your breath. And I'm going to put you into this beautiful pyramid. And stabilize your field before we do this recode. So just concentrating on that breath and knowing when you take 3 big, deep breaths, it tells our autonomic nervous system to relax. And we say to ourselves, deep relaxation. Deep relaxation, that's it. And just imagine yourself floating in this beautiful field of energy, full of blue sky. It just feels so comfortable, relaxing, knowing that you're in a safe place. You're not going to be disturbed. And knowing if there's any emergency that comes up, of course, you can act straight away without any problems. Just concentrating on that breath, that deep sense of relaxation as you float in that beautiful energy. And you can just notice all these beautiful marshmallow-looking clouds below you that feel like you could just bounce off them and play. But you notice also that there's a space, an opening in that field. And as you look down, you can see this beautiful green hill. It's got the grass cut at just the perfect height. Just looks beautiful. It's in this beautiful valley. And as you look down through that space, you decide to go down, land on that hill, and just feel into that energy because it was so inviting. It was calling you. That's it. And just floating down and finding yourself standing on that hill. It may not be a very high hill, might be a low hill. Feels good. And just get a sense. There's a slight breeze. It's just enough. The temperature's right. Feels so good. And as you look around, you notice that there's other hills and valleys. And as you look down the valley, down the bottom of your hill, you notice there's a river running around the base of the hill, going into this beautiful lake that's got all these diamond sparkles just from that slight breeze, making it a perfect place. Just feels you've known it forever. And as your focus improves, you notice that there's this pyramid on the shore of the lake. And it comes more into focus, and you notice that there's a path wending up from that pyramid. And as you look down, it's right there at your feet. And having that sense of invitation, you wend your way down to that pyramid, relaxing even more all the way down, all the way as you go down and stand in front of that pyramid. And as you look at it, you notice what it's made of. Is it beautiful stone? Is it glass? Is it crystal? Is it metal? Is it wood? Or is it of some other material? Hessian maybe, or paper or something. So you put your hand out and touch it to get the feel of it, the sense of it. And as your hand touches the face of the pyramid, a door opens. And so you step in. And the door closes behind you and it's filled with light. And as you look around, you notice there's your team in spirit. Your angels, your guides, your star family, your soul family, the archangels, whatever it is that is your team of the highest light and resonance is all there celebrating your arrival. saying, we've been waiting for you. And just noticing what's inside your pyramid. And then you notice in the middle of the pyramid is this most amazing couch. It feels like it's just been made for you. So you float over to it and lay down upon it. And it just conforms to your body. And it feels so comfortable. And as you lay back, you look up and you notice at the top of the pyramid is this beautiful capstone made of crystal. And through that capstone, through that crystal is coming this beautiful river of golden light. It's filled with love, with light, and full of life. And it fills the whole pyramid and fills up the whole energy. And it comes down through the top of your head, filling up your head, your throat, down through your neck, down through your shoulders, out through your arms, out through your hands and your fingers, down into your chest, your abdomen, all the way down through your hips, down your legs, your ankle, your feet, out through your toes and the soles of your feet. And it just keeps circulating around, healing, loving, providing you with all sorts of information and codes. And as you do that, and you lay there and, it feels so beautiful, you notice these octahedrons. There's one between your ankles, there's one between your knees, there's one in the abdomen, there's one in your chest, there's one in your throat and one in your head. You sense, feel, or see them. And as you do that, you notice the one between your ankles. You notice how it's spinning, if it's off kilter. And you straighten it up and you get it to spin in whatever direction it's meant to spin in, like a spinning top, spinning faster and faster. And even faster still, and it spins so fast that you move up to the knees now and notice the shape, the spin. And again, that one straightens up to sink in with the one between your ankles. So it's in alignment, it's spinning in the correct directions, it's spinning faster and faster and faster. And that moves the energy up now into your abdomen, where again you notice the spin of that octahedron. And it straightens itself up, starts spinning in the right direction, and spins faster and faster and faster, so that your ankles, your knees, your abdomen, they're all spinning in the correct direction, all syncing with each other in alignment, creating an amazing field of stability around you. Moving up into the chest now, and again, noticing if anything's off kilter, noticing the spin, noticing it stop if necessary and change direction so that it's spinning in the right direction. And it's spinning faster and faster and faster, and up into your throat. And again, noticing if anything's out of balance, rebalancing it and allowing it to spin as fast as it possibly can, so that it's in sync with your ankles, your knees, your abdomen, your chest, so that everything's in alignment as it spins so fast now into your head to activate the head octahedron, the head pyramid. And again, it aligns itself and spins in the right directions, spinning faster and faster and faster. Feels so good. As it spins out all our vibrational frequencies, thought forms, attitudes out to be recycled, to rejuvenated, repaired, restored, returned if necessary. And just asking yourself, superconscious, are you there? Connecting all levels of my being together. And superconscious, can you see this choice? The choice to be that powerful creator, to live the life that I love, to live my true nature and purpose. My choice to be healthy, vital. And superconscious, can you see all that those things entail? All the feelings, the emotions, how they look, how they feel. All the things that I don't even know are part of being it. To see it. That's it. And superconscious, can you please develop the perfect treatment plan? And can we please treat and do a massive change history and everything else is required? Bringing forward all the resistances, the stories, the emotions, the behaviors, the family bloodline, parallel timeline, quantum shadow, and everything else that's part of the obstructions and obstacles of achieving this vision. And superconscious taking me back to the original event that created the biggest resistance that I'm feeling in this time. Going back down through my ages, down into my childhood, down to the 3 to 1 year old that made the choice, that made a contract to have this choice to keep me safe, that is now no longer valid in the world that I live in. And superconscious, just treating and doing a massive change history and everything else as I release and let it go and replace it with strength, resilience, with joy, with happiness, with success, with abundance. That's it. Perfect. And because it's such a big journey on this, is there anything else for us to do today? Superconscious, can you please ground this into the core of the earth, ground it into every cell and fiber of my being, and ground it into the matrix of the universe for more satisfaction in life? And superconscious, what's the next step as I be this? What's the next step? The aligned action that I need that I take to be this. Just allowing that information to flow to you in whatever form it needs to. And just being in allowance that sometimes we don't get the words, the vision, but we get prompted by something we see, someone says, something that we read or overhear or notice. And then we get that aha moment that this is the next step. So we don't have to force it, fix it, or do anything else, but be in allowance and know that our superconscious is going to bring it to us, command our unconscious to absorb it for our conscious mind to manifest it. Feels so good. And superconscious, taking all of that as I become it, and taking that choice and all that that entails, and putting it in every cell and fibre of my being. That's it. And just bringing yourself back into your body in the pyramid and that beautiful couch, knowing that you've taken the first step, knowing that you've made a choice, and now it's time to take the right aligned action so that you create it in this third dimensional world. And just taking those big deep breaths and taking yourself off that beautiful couch, floating over to the door, thanking your team for being there, for supporting you, for keeping you safe, for the experience that you had in this session. And just touching the wall, the door opening, and you just float out. Feel the sun around you, that gentle breeze. The door of the pyramid closes, and you make your way up that hill. And then once you get to the top of the hill, make your way back into your room, into your body, taking some big deep breaths, moving your body, wiggling your hands, wiggling your toes. And grounding yourself. It feels so good, just so passive, massive. So thank you so much. I'll give you some moments to get back into your body. Have a drink of water. And I'd love to know, hey, how did you find this path? How did you find these modules? What treasures did you unearth along the way? And I'd love if you yearn to delve deeper into your magical potential. I'd be honoured to aid you in charting your course to your magnificence. And as I said at the beginning, I'd love for you to have a complimentary strategy session where we can start to chart the stars of your destiny. And if it's okay with you, I'd love to share with you my Wake Up and Live program. And this is my top program. This is for you if you want to take that superconscious journey and live that superconscious life, and you want to have a combination of private sessions as well as having the amazing connection with your group. And here's what's involved. This is a combination program where you get access to the app, where you'll find all our core content and replays for 12 months that we keep at a time. There's challenges, communities, tracking, so there's no need to go to lots of different places. We start off with that personalised kickoff call. It's an orientation call where we want to make you feel incredibly supported because you're a VIP, and the intention of the call is to ensure you have the right access to the app, where to find all the links, where the content is, email support, and answer any questions that you may have to get started. There's a different one-on-one session where we're going to dive deeper into your goals and do your personalised freedom roadmap. We'll map out a custom plan to help you achieve your vision in the fastest way possible. We go through the Living Authentically Focused journal to set you up for success, because the people who are most successful are the people who do the journal. There's live group coaching calls 1 day a week, and we don't teach on these calls. We coach you. And we do a process to help you shift on these calls. And the reason we don't teach is because the membership videos that are there are designed to do that, so that we're not teaching but coaching. You get 4 one-on-one calls over the 16 weeks. And that's in addition to your kickoff call and the roadmap call. You get the link to schedule your calls, and you get to do those after you complete certain milestones. And what these sessions do is they allow us to deepen the connection with you and serve you in a more personalised way at key points through this journey. We have a weekly accountability call, which is about 15 minutes, which is either Zoom, phone, or email. We have a weekly huddle call where we celebrate all your wins and successes. That usually goes for about an hour. It just depends how many people there are on the call. Every week we do our review of how you're going with your Living Authentically journal. That's about an hour. And then we do core content inside the app. We've got 24/7 access to all that core content, which is delivered in video format. It's pre-recorded now, and it's available for you anytime. We do feedback on all the work that you turn in. So if there's any homework that you do and you submit it, we always give you feedback on that. And lastly, we have regular workshops, immersions, and challenges for you, so that there's lots of things. So as part of the curriculum, which is the core, we want to embark you on a journey of self-discovery. We want to unveil the secrets of living authentically with the planner. And we want to motivate you and get you to understand and be in alignment with your values. And we really need to have that precision focus when we're unlocking the power of your choice. As I said, it's really powerful how you word it. And we look at balancing your energy fields and look at the stability and instability that we all suffer from, which is part of doing this pyramid meditation. So we look at balancing your energies. We want to change your relationship with the present moment, so you cast away those shackles of the past and all those doubts. We want to unlock the secrets of living your true nature and purpose. And we want to start shifting you and changing the game so that you achieve full emotional alignment with where you're going and harnessing the forces of your innermost self to bring forth those creations. And we learn about universal principles. And that helps you awaken that transformation in the magic. We go and unveil the secrets of your perfect day that you craft yourself and unleash the tools of a conscious creator. And as you master the arts of all the things that you're learning, you ascend to emotional harmony through our 7-step alignment program. Master the art of future pacing and leverage. And wait, there's more, because we want to get in the realm of perception and unravel those mysteries of belief creation, of how to frame it internally, and look at the enigma of money belief, because we all have them. So we want to banish those shadows of negativity, and we white out those emotions. And we want to have that power of alchemy. So we summer those creations from the very void. And it's massive when we start to do that, because we all unconsciously create. We're all in that void. And so we want to delve into the very core of existence and decode the matrix and look at double bubbles, how we shift that magnetic mind. And when we start to work through the enchantment of all of those things, the magic starts to happen. So here's the investment options. Option 1 is to work with me personally, which is generally $750 a week, or for 16 weeks is $12,997. Option 3 is do nothing, so nothing changes. And option 2 is to go in our hybrid coaching program, which is normally $497 a week. But as a foundation member, it's only $149 a week for all those things. And I think it's massive. So just put in the messages that you're interested. Let's have a call. Let's discuss this more. And let's go on this journey together, so that we can all be conscious creators, so we can change the world by changing our own identity and stepping into a new super conscious identity. So thanks very much for watching. I'd love to get feedback about what you thought. We'll be emailing you a feedback form. And